أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So I welcome you back to our Sunday session. Alhamdulillah, we had a little glitch and a little delay today. Sorry for that. I think you all had been waiting. So inshallah, with that we will start. I will start my screen share and we will go directly to the Quran part first. Okay. So, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, Alhamdulillah, we are on the course 5 and page 16, pointer number D. Did you answer the Google quiz? So, if you check online, we already have quizzes on each chapter, which are related but not exactly same as the worksheet that is there. So that will be like a revision. If you all take that, that will be like a revision for you. So each lesson has a Google quiz after it, which you can actually answer from your own Google page. Okay, so we are on Juz 1 and we have finished the first 3 hands, so to say. So that is first quarter, second quarter, and then the third quarter. We are now on the last quarter, so to say, which means the last 5 pages, which are indicated by the 16th and 17th page with this 2 fingers, then 18 and 19, and then 20th, the last page will be the thumb. Okay, so this is for people who would want to memorize, easy memorization, and you have it on your fingertips so that you can sort of revise it. So we were on the 16th page and we had seen the first ayah, which is the abrogation of the verses, which is the first pointer. The second pointer was will you to question, where they were questioned whether they are going to ask their Rasul. And third was the wish of the book. This was the biggest part of the pointers. And today, inshallah, will be paradise for the Jews. So in short, the pointers for the page are abrogation of the verses, will you to question like Musa alayhi salam question, wish of the people of the book, and then the paradise for Jews and Christians only. So linking it with the previous ayat and the whole thing, abrogation, question, wish, and paradise. Today's part is paradise for Jews and Christians only. So before this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advised Muslims not to worry about enemies, but to focus on doing good deeds. And last time the ayats that we took was the order that was there was وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ and establish prayer, وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُمْ and whatever you send forth. Tuqaddimu we know is like whatever we are in worldly terms, it's like a deposit or a SIP that we do, and we try to take the benefit of it later. So whatever you send forth, you are not seeing the benefits of that right away now, but you will see it in future. So وَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ, you'll find it with Allah. إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. Indeed, Allah Ta'ala, with whatever you are doing, amal you are doing, He is all seer. So we know in further background that this dialogue is going on between whom? Between the Jews of Medina and the Muslims. So this all these are Madani ayat, and we were seeing how Allah Ta'ala was reminding them of whatever favors that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala had done on them, and what they wished, and their questioning on why there should be a new deen. And Allah Ta'ala had answered that by the first part, مَا نَنْسَخْ مِنْ آيَةٍ أَوْ نُنْسِهَا نَأْتِ بِخَيْرٍ مِنْهَا أَوْ مِثْلِهَا. And with that we know that what we have got is better than what they had. And as we saw the previous ayat, وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُمْ, for whatever you send of good. So we are sending it for what? We are sending it for our akhirah, sending it for our hope in Jannah. So this is what Allah Ta'ala was telling them. And what the Jews refuted with is what we are going to see today, right? So this is a link of the background of what we were doing, what they wished and what people are today also wish. And what we have to do is we have to do our own deeds. We don't have to bother about what the world is doing or what people are going to say or what people are planning. Allah Ta'ala has his best plan. We have to see what is our plan. So in the today's ayat, the lessons that we had is mere wishful thinking does not take anybody to Jannah. So if we just think that we have believed and that is enough for us to enter Jannah, that is wrong for us as well. The conditions to enter Jannah are to have ikhlas and sincerity. So whatever amal we are doing, we should do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only, and that is ikhlas, right? So it should be sincerely for Allah. It should not be for show off. It should not be for what people are going to say. It should not be for if people are going to rebuke you for not doing something. So if you are praying your salah because people are going to tell you that why you're doing it, then your ikhlas is not there. So we have to, in all our amal that we are doing, we have to see that there is ikhlas. And the second part is to do it according to the sunnah, to do it according to what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us, and that is the way to Jannah, right? So just merely thinking that okay, I've believed and I'm a Muslim and that is enough for me and I'll be reaching Jannah. No, we have to do our amal, and the amal has to be according to the sunnah of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In these ayat, the number of new words are just 2 in the second and 2 in the third, and the first one is just 1. So we know that how easy it is and how easy it is getting that we are, as we are saying, that 90% is already done. So if you know the organization and the phrases, and then it is going to be so easy, inshallah. So this is how we are seeing the word for word and phrase for phrase translation and the explanation of each of it. So that we'll start with the ayat for today. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقالوا لن يدخل الجنة إلا من كان هودا أو نصارى تلك أمانيهم قل هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين. So what is and qalu is they all say. So what they say is in repetition with what Allah Ta'ala was saying. Allah Ta'ala said, وَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. And their answer was وَقَالُوا. What did they say? لَن يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ. Never. Lan and يَدْخُلَ. دَخَلَ يَدْخُلُ has become yadkhula because of lan, right? We have already seen this. Lan is a hammer. Hammer is what gives the fatha to the mudare, to the present tense. Okay. So waqalu lan yadkhulal. This is la is fatha because of lan. Okay. This is the hammer. So waqalu lan yadkhulal jannah. And they said never will they enter paradise. Who will not enter paradise? Except, illa is except, man kana, who was or who is, here we'll say take in this context, man kana hudan aw nasara, whoever is either who Yahudi or who is Nasara, right? So what is the difference between hudan and Nasara today? Anybody can want to answer this? Very, very simple question. So who are the Hud and who are the Nasara? Yes? Can't hear anybody? Somebody, I think, unmuted the mic, but I can't hear.
तो तौरात को मानने वाले यहूदी थे और इंजील को मानने वाले नसारा थे.
Okay, so that is a simple way to put it, but actually Isa alayhi salam aane ke baad, after Isa alayhi salam came, he came with a message, and in that situation, whoever denied Isa alayhi salam at that time is what is being referred to as the Yahud or Hudan, right? Nasara are the people who brought the iman on Isa alayhi salam of the message that he had got. Not today's Nasara. Today's Nasara is a completely different breed who believes in something else. We know what they believe in. So their thinking, and in fact today's thinking, is also that nobody will enter paradise except us. So we would feel that we would enter paradise, the Nasara would feel that they would enter paradise, and the Yahud will feel that they are going to enter paradise. We'll see what Allah Ta'ala is answering for that. Allah Ta'ala is saying, Tilka amaniyuhum. Tilka, that means what? This saying of theirs, the saying that لن يدخل الجنة إلا من كان هودا أو نصارى. This saying, Allah Ta'ala is saying is what? Tilka amaniyuhum. Amani is wish. Amaniyu is the plural, wishes. This is their wishful thinking. And then Allah Ta'ala is ordering the prophets to say kul. Kul, whenever kul is there, we know that Allah Ta'ala is ordering the prophet to tell them something. So Allah Ta'ala is telling the prophet to tell them kul hatu. Hatu is bring, to get. Burhan is a proof. Kum, your. So kul hatu burhanakum, then get your proofs. In kuntum sadiqeen. In if kuntum, if you all are sadiqeen, if you all are truthful. Right? So this is the ayah. وَقَالُوا لَنْ يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةِ. They would say they never will enter paradise إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارَى, except the one who is either a Jew or a Nasara. So today also, if you ask a Christian pastor on who is going to enter Jannah, they will say no, they are the only ones who are right, and they are the only ones who are going to enter Jannah. And if you ask the Jews, they will say no, we are the right people, and they would call even Muslims and even the Christians as devils or whatever, and they will feel that only they are the ones entitled to Jannah. And if you elaborate or extend it to our community, we also have the same feeling that we are the only ones who are going to enter Jannah. What is Allah Ta'ala answering? Tilka amaniyuhum. This is your wishful thinking. Kul hatu burhanakum. So Allah Ta'ala is saying, bring your proof. What proof do we have that we are going to enter Jannah? Do we have any proof? We have to have our amal as our proof, right? So kul hatu burhanakum. Bring your proof. In kuntum sadiqeen. If you all are really truthful. Okay, so here we know that lan has a yadkhula because of the hammer effect, right? What else do we have here? Okay, other part is okay. Kana hudan. Kana hudan is not like the sentence that we have seen. Man kana. Man is also there in the beginning. Man kana hudan aw nasara. Whoever is a Jew or a Nasara, right? So here this man doesn't cause thing in the past tense. This is man kana, right? Because this is with the past tense, right? Man kana hudan aw nasara. Man is followed by past tense. We know that this is mudare majzoom. Mudare, it is going to call effect only on the mudare, right? So this is not the mudare. That's why it is having no effect on the kana. Okay, right. So who is going to recite this ayat today? Dr. Abu Munsa, आप करेंगे?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। वक़ालू लन यदखुल जन्नह इल्ला मन काना हुदन औ नसारा तिल्का अमानियुहुम कुल हातु बुरहानकुम in kuntum sadiqeen. Waqalu, and they said, lan yadkhula.
Lan
yadkhula, never will enter al-jannah, the paradise, illa, except man kana hudan aw nasara, who is a Jew or a Christian. Tilka amaniyuhum, that they are wishful thinking. Ul hatu burhanakum in kuntum sadiqeen. Hatu burhanakum, bring your proof. In kuntum, if you are sadiqeen, those who are truthful.
Okay, mashallah. Jazakallah. So if you see, these two are blue because we are studying it word to word and phrase for phrase. So this is a phrase, hatu burhanakum, right? So this is also be like a peg, hatu burhanakum, for you to remember the ayat. Hatu burhanakum, bring your proof. Man kana hudan aw nasara. Right. So we just analyze. Now we are on the nahu in the book 5. So this we already know is because of the lan. There is a fathayar, and this is a verb. Okay, yadkhula. Al jannata is having fatha. Why? Why is al jannata having fatha, not al jannati and al jannatu?
Because of lan.
Lan.
Yes, it is not because of lan. Lan does not have effect on nouns. Remember that this is a verb and it's having an effect on the verb. Lan will not have an effect on the nouns. Al jannata is a noun, right? So this is a very important basic thing. We have to see the nouns and the verbs. So al, whatever has an al is a noun. Okay. So al jannata, jannah is the object. Who they will enter, where they will enter jannah, or they will not enter jannah. So jannah is the object in the sentence. That's why it is called a fatha. Okay. Illa man kana hudan, except one who is hud. Here also they are subjects, except that who is hud or who is nasara. That's why both are in the nasab state, right? Nasab state is this fatha, like this. Okay. Tilka amani yuhum. That is the wishful thinking. So here amaniyu is again a noun, but amaniyu is having a dhamma. Amaniyu hum. Whatever joins the hum, the noun is here in the nasab state, is in the rafa state with a pesh. Amaniyu hum. Okay. Kul hatu, hatu is the order. Burhanakum. Burhan is again an object. Burhanakum, your proof. Burhanakum. Here burhana is having fatha because it is an object of the sentence. Hatu burhanakum in kuntum sadiqeen, if you are truthful. Sadiqeen is what? Again, it is in the nasab state, right? We'll see this in grammar inshallah today itself inshallah. Okay, so with this ayat inshallah, let's go ahead. All this we did. Okay, so everyone can claim that they alone can enter Jannah, including us Muslims. The Jews and Christians did the same, even though they had lost connection with the true guidance. So we have to refresh our iman and ask ourselves, are we on the true guidance or no? And the true guidance is the guidance which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has got to us. That is a true guidance. Okay. So Quran says, bring your proof. Just claims or wishful thinking is not enough. Even in the worldly things, if you're just thinking that you want to do this or that, you're not going to achieve it. You are going to achieve it only with amal. Right. So tilka amani yuhum is what? Translate this. Tilka amani yuhum is what? Those are their wishful thinking. That is their wishful thinking. Their wishful thinking. That is your wishful thinking. Right. So here we have whom. So put your answer in the chat box. Amani yuhum. Tilka is that. Amani you we discussed is wishful thinking. Whom, theirs. Right. So the answer is simple and it is straightforward. I got only one answer in the chat box. Okay, yes. Okay, right. So you have the two answers now. Others can also start. That's right. B is the answer. That is tilka, their wishful thinking. But just know that tilka amaniyuhum is in the present tense. This is their wishful thinking. Right. So this is the translation of that. Hatu burhanakum. Hatu burhanakum. We discussed hatu is the order. Hatu is order for the plural. Burhanakum. Burhan, proof. Kum, your. Bring your proof. So what is the answer? Bring your proof is here. The last option. Right. Very good. Okay. D. So D is the right answer. Bring your proof. Just dash are not enough to enter Jannah. Select one. Just claims, belief, wishful thinking, deeds without belief. All of them. Right. So if you're just claiming, that is not going to take you to Jannah. Only saying believing, it will not take you to Jannah. Wishful thinking is definitely not related to Jannah. And deeds without belief is also not going to take you to Jannah. Okay, so this is all. Jannah is dash destination for anyone who is worked for it. Jannah is a fair opportunity, equal opportunity, serious target, or last destination for anyone who has worked for it. So we will see in the next ayah who are the ones who are entitled to Jannah, but actually it is like an equal opportunity. Okay, so whoever is doing those kind of deeds will be eligible for Jannah, right? And if you see the ayat also, it does not say that they will not enter Jannah. Allah Ta'ala is saying it is their wishful thinking. So there might be some who might be on the truth at that time or even in the later times. So they might be able to enter Jannah. But saying that the whole community is going to enter Jannah is not what is the correct thinking. Now, their claim and then the order of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to ask them to get their proofs if they are truthful. Allah Ta'ala is answering and telling us and informing us who are the ones who are really entitled to Jannah. So that is what the ayat is, and we'll take that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bala man aslama wajhahu lillahi wa huwa muhsinun falah walahu wa huwa muhsinun falahu ajruhu ربه ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. So Bala is like Balki, or why not, or actually the matter is that it is like this, right? So we can turn to this, yes, right? Yes, the matter actually is that man aslama, man will be normal izhar, it will not be man because Hamza is following it. So man aslama, aslama yuslimu is to submit. Man aslama, whoever submits. Here again the man has not given rise to a majzoom because this is a past tense verb. This is fourth form past tense verb, aslama, right? Otherwise it would be may yuslim, whoever submits, if it is with present tense with a majzoom, right? But here it is past tense. So you know and remember that the man is going to affect only the present tense, not the past tense. Bala man aslama wajhahu lillah, whoever submits his face to Allah. Is a very beautiful way of putting it. So who is the one who's putting the face to Allah? Is the one who is doing sajdah. One, right? And we know that actually the prayer, if you see the Jewish prayer has sajda also, and their prayer, if you see some Jew person praying their actual prayer, you will feel that this is a Muslim person praying, right? But now they've abandoned a lot of the acts of it, so they have left doing the sajda. And even Christians had the same thing. We know that Isa alayhi salam did not come with any new law. We know even from the Bible that Isa alayhi salam fell on the face, which means he did sajda. But all those things are not followed by the Christian today. So this is, or even at that time. And Allah Ta'ala is putting it very straightforward and subtly. Man aslama wajhahu. Aslama is to submit actually, right? To submit is actually to follow Islam. So Allah Ta'ala is putting it very straightforward and simply that man aslama wajhahu lillah. Whoever submits his face to Allah. Again, face is what? Face is the pride of a person. Face is the biggest thing that the person feels proud about. The whole Facebook is developed on this concept, wajh, right? So Allah Ta'ala here is saying, Bala man aslama wajhahu, whoever submits his face, which means that whoever submits his pride, which means whoever submits himself completely to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and then does whatever Allah Ta'ala has ordered to do. Wahuwa muhsinun, and he is muhsin. Muhsin means doer of good. Ihsan, we have discussed it before. One is aslama, Islam. Then the next level of that is ihsan, right? Ihsan is the next level. So aslama is just to submit. Then we have iman, and then we have ihsan. So here Allah Ta'ala is talking first about submitting, and then Allah Ta'ala is taking to do muhsin, then do good deeds, do ihsan. Ihsan is to do something in the best possible way. So Bala man aslama wajhahu lillah wa huwa muhsinun. So not only that he is submitting his face, but he is doing good deeds. So everything has to be followed by good deeds. Just iman is not enough. Your Islam, is to submit, and iman, and then we have ihsan. Falahu, then for him, ajruhu, his reward, inda rabbihi. Okay, so this, if you see, Allah Ta'ala is talking about a single person, and Allah Ta'ala is here talking in third person. Okay, man aslama wajhahu lillah, whoever submits his face to Allah, wa huwa muhsinun, and he's a good doer, falahu, then for him, ajruhu, his reward, inda rabbihi, with his Rabb. Wala khawfun, and no fear, alayhim. So if you see this last part of the ayah, the tone is changing from third person singular to suddenly plural, right? Wala khawfun alayhim. We had here rabbuhu, ajruhu, falahu, wa huwa, right? Man, because it is the ayat is started with what singular form? Man aslama. Okay. So if you see the ayah start with man aslama, whoever submits, singular form. Okay. Then huwa also is third person singular. Aslama is third person singular, right? Man aslama wajhahu lillahi wa huwa muhsinun, falahu, lahu is third person singular. Ajruhu, third person singular. Inda rabbihi, third person singular. Then this part just suddenly changes to plural, right? Why? Anybody can just think of something. Why is this suddenly changing to plural? Anybody?
It's include who Yahudi, Jews, and Muslims all.
Yes, in a way that is right. And the other thing is, whoever is, see, the discussion here is going about what fact? It is about the people who are going to enter Jannah. Okay, whoever is going to enter Jannah is what the discussion is all going about, right? So Jannah people will enter together. It will not be like a single person. The hisab is going to be, the question is going to be singular. But when a person is with other people and they're happy, then all of them are happy together. So in a way, it is, this first part is telling about the Jews that whoever does all this is the one who's really entitled to Jannah. And the people who are entitled to Jannah, Allah Ta'ala is then informing, Wala khawfun alayhim, and all those who enter Jannah, they are not going to have fear. Wala khawfun alayhim, wala hum yahzanun, and all of them are not going to have any huzn, they are not going to have any grief. Okay. So this part is plural, and there is beauty and the balaga of the Arabic language, and specifically of the Quran, where Allah Ta'ala is telling something very subtly by just changing the third person to the second person, right? This is the lot of hikmah behind it. We may not be sometimes completely able to understand also, but we know that the dialogue is going on between the Jews of Medina and the Muslims. And here Allah Ta'ala talks about the Jews in the third person, and then Allah Ta'ala is then indirectly indicating that you all of them also, whoever enters Jannah. So the ayat is started with the fact that their claim was that only the Jews and Christians will enter Jannah, right? And here Allah Ta'ala is informing the real people who are eligible for Jannah. So if we are also in some misconception that we are going to enter Jannah just because our name is a Muslim name, then no. Allah Ta'ala is telling us, Man aslama wajhahu, which means that he submits his face, which means that he's doing sajda, which means that he is praying, and he has submitted himself completely. He doesn't have any pride. He will not do things by his own whims and fancies. Okay. So wala khawfun alayhim wala hum yahzanun. So these people will not be having any fear, and they will not be grieved. Okay. So what are the root words of khawf? Root words of khawf?
Kafa.
Hmm?
Khawf is here it is a noun, no?
Here is a noun. How do you know it's a noun?
That tanween, no? Because of
Tanween, yes. So we saw al is a sign of a noun. We have done all this before, and here khawfun, right? This is also a noun. This is a noun of abstract noun like fear. Okay. But I'm asking the root words, root alphabets.
Khafa.
Kafa is the past, yeah, that. But what are the root words?
Oh, root words.
Ha, wow, and fa. Okay. So like qala also has qaf, wow, and lam. Hafa has ha, wow, and fa, and that's when the noun is wow is coming. We also have a word similar which might be having a ya in it. That's why I asked. So like we had discussed before, qala. I'll take the pen, proper pen. Okay. So like we have the word qala with the root words of qaf, wow, and lam. What does this mean? What is the meaning of qala?
He said.
He said. And if I have the root words of qaf, ya, and lam, what is the meaning?
Qila.
कीला उसने कहा.
No, root words. The meaning will not change with the root words. Qaf, ya, lam. So this qala and this qala in the past tense look same, but if the root words are with a wow, it means he said, and the root word is with ya, it means that to sleep in the afternoon. Qaylulah. This word also is come in the Quran with the root words of kaf, ya, and lam. Right? It is not come with qala. Right? So kila is a passive voice of qala with a wow. Okay. But kaf, ya, lam is also the root word of qailula. So that's why I asked about this khafa, ya, khafu. I'll just clear this. So again, we have khafa with root words of ha,
है
wow,
वाव.
and fa. Now there is another word with the same things with the root words of ha, ya, and fa. Khifa. What is the meaning of that? And the past tense of that also will be khaf only. That's why you have to know the difference on the root words. Khif is khufiya, something which is hidden, something like that, right? Khafa is fear, right? So when you see the words, you'll feel it is similar, but then the root words will change the meanings of those. Okay. Inshallah, I'll put that in the group so that you understand this a little better. That's why knowing the root words is important, because it'll the meaning of that will completely change sometimes. Okay. So who will do this? Okay, Dr. Abdurrahman sir, आप कर लेंगे?
जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بلى من أسلم وجهه لله وهو محسن فله أجره عند ربه ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Bala, yes. Man aslama, whoever submits wajhu lillah, his face to Allah, wa huwa muhsinun, and he is good doer. Falahu, so for him, ajrahu is his reward in the Rabbihi with his Lord. Wala khawfun, and no fear alayhim will be on them. Wala
Yes.
hum, and nor they yahzanun will grieve.
Right, alhamdulillah. So as you saw, when you are reading also, you should understand the difference of this second person coming suddenly, the third person changing to second person. That would change the meaning and the implications of that ayat also, right? So this is just a little highlight. Sometimes these things you don't get in translations, and you don't really pick up these small subtle differences in the translations. So now you know why the studying word to word is so important. Did you understand this difference that I told you about the second person and third person? Yeah, did you understand the difference?
Yes.
I have not understood this him. Why it's plural? No?
That's what I said. No.
Is it for Jews, Christian, and Muslim, everyone?
Yes, that one thing is that and it also indicates that in Jannah we all will be together. So Allah Ta'ala is talking about the plural here. Allah him, right? So it is all in the third person, but it is in plural. Allah him and wala hum yahzanun. Right? So all the others are also included, whoever is going to enter Jannah. This is a subtle way of changing
All
things, but
Amal will be counted.
yeah, of course. So whoever is there will not have that, but it will not be a single person. So Allah Ta'ala started the ayah with a singular, and this also is a shartiya sentence. Actually, it is a shartiya sentence. Man aslama, whoever submits. So if somebody is submitting, only that person. Falahu, then for him. So this is exactly shartiya sentence. But since it is in the past tense, that's why it is not having any changes in on the verbs. Okay.
Even those Yahudis, I mean those Jews who believed in Hazrat Musa in that period, and even for the Christian also, those who believed Hazrat Isa in his period.
Yes.
That,
Yes. Yes.
not
Absolutely.
today's and
Correct. So Allah Ta'ala has not refuted their fact that they are going to enter Jannah. Allah Ta'ala, that's why saying, وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. And Allah Ta'ala is putting the criteria. Their thing was, they were saying that only we are going to enter Jannah. Allah Ta'ala is not refuting by saying you are not going to enter Jannah. Allah Ta'ala is saying this is the criteria for the people who are going to enter Jannah, right? So it matters for us also, just by saying that we are Muslims, you are not going to enter Jannah. We have to do this, aslama wajhahu wa huwa muhsin. These works we have to do, inshallah.
Well, in today's in our community, there are different sects, and each sect deny that others will not go to Jannah.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So we have to come back to the Quran and we have to understand these facts, what Allah Ta'ala is telling directly to us. And we have to be humble enough to ask for it and expect it. So as I said, always say that it is a balance between hope and fear. So it's like a bird, on one wing is hope and the other wing is fear. We have to be hopeful, right? But we have to have fear at the same time. So that balance is what is the proper iman. If we are completely hopeful and have no fear, then we will be not doing things, right? And if we are so fearful that we think that we are so bad that we are not going to enter Jannah at all because of our deeds, then we are having no hope, right? So that is not the right thing. It has to be a proper balance of hope and fear. If both are there, then our iman is good. So we have to check ourselves, analyze ourselves on where we stand. Right, so we are actually less than a minute away from the session closing. We'll have to rejoin back again. I'll just take a little bit and we'll then go ahead. So Jannah is fair and equal opportunity destination for anybody who worked for it. The only conditions are submit to Allah and be muhsin. No other way to Jannah. Jannah is a serious target. One needs to be totally dedicated to achieving it. Okay, so we'll stop here and we will rejoin again because it will otherwise just stop in between. So I'll request you to join back again. I'm stopping the share and ending the meeting now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.